Hi guys, it's Emily from Nobel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the books for the summer 2025. Not that you would believe it's summer today, or heading into summer today, because unfortunately, whereas last week we had a heat wave, the day that I'm filming this it's like 15, 16 degrees and a bit grey. But we are due to get sun soon again. I hope you all enjoyed seeing the pictures of me, not enjoyed, but I appreciated the fact that I got to wear dresses last week and be all summery, and hopefully in the summer months you'll see a lot more of that because I'm getting a bit of my confidence back and wearing a few nice pretty dresses. And summer for me, the summer months obviously in the UK are June, July and August. They are quite busy months for us mums, parents especially, because July the kids break up for summer holidays. Obviously August is full of the summer holidays. June is probably the most chilled. June is my kind of chill month, and like I said in previous videos, I am keeping June very chilled. In my head I've kind of thought about which books of these I will be reading for joy in June, because obviously I am doing Joy Reading June. So my plan is you will be getting my TBR for June, but it won't be including any of these books, because that way I will, even if I put them in my trolley, I can take them off. That's my plan for June, is that those books are there. I've got the list here. I know as long as I read 3 of them, it doesn't matter which ones. But yeah, in June I am reducing my videos. For me, June is about having a break before the insanity of the children. Because Mia breaks up a few days before Thomas, and then it's literally 6 weeks of mayhem. But in August I have my summer holiday. Hopefully June I will start to feel a bit more human again, because it will be after my op. So my plan for June is chill. July will be busy with sports days and things. But for me, the summer months, I do love the spring, because obviously it's birthdays in spring. It's when I think the earth starts to wake up, and it sounds really silly, but for me spring is a brilliant month, brilliant season. But I love the summer, because for the summer for me, apart from if my Raynaud goes mad with the fact that with the heat, it's the one time a year when I don't get pain. I can sit outside and read, which is like my ultimate dream thing. It's like my ultimate happy place is out there in the garden, in my chair, reading, and with I also feel like I can have a bit more treat myself to gin in the garden. I can go for walks. The sun just really picks me up again. It just brightens me up, and I'm sure it brightens everyone else up. But yeah, so obviously I think the contemporary books out of these, because I have 3 contemporaries, 3 historical fiction, and I've gone just 3 fantasies, because let's be honest, this is where my headspace is. I love fantasies, but there is no set plan, and this is what I'm enjoying. I'm sorry about the washing machine going full pelt. I thought it would have been finished by the time I did this, but hey ho, this is what life of a booktuber is. Right, so enough rambling, let me show you the books. Like I said, there is no set decided order. So this first one is one that came out last year, and I bought it in a charity shop because I found it for cheap. And this is The Island Love Song by Emma Cowell. I really have enjoyed her books. It's something about this orangey, I don't know why, the orangey thing, and it's set abroad. Where is it set in again? Oh, the Greek islands. Oh, I'd love to go to Greece. I read quite a lot of books set in the Greek islands, because I went to Corfu when I was younger and I just absolutely bloody loved it. So this is the blurb for this book. The call of Greece is hard to resist. Hydra, the picturesque Greek island, is a paradise for most. Yet for Ella and Georgia, it's a place where their darkest secrets dwell. Now's the time for them to confront their past as they return to scatter their mother's ashes. Ella is haunted by the love song that was written for her by a man that broke her heart years ago, and longs to find peace so she can move on with her life. Georgia pretends everything in her life is perfect, but she's plagued with guilt. If what she kept hidden for decades was revealed, the family would never be the same again. Family thing, sisters, sunshine, I can't bloody wait. I've not done this in order of what's contemporary and what's what, so the next one is a book that I decided it's my first of the fantasies that I'm going to show you. Girl, Goddess, Queen by B. Fitzgerald. She has recently got another book out in paperback, and Waterstones have a really pretty edition of that. But look at this. It's pink, had to include a pink book. It's got beautiful flowers on it. It's got, look at my sprayed edges. To Hell with Love. Ooh. Here we go. I love the blurb. I get so excited. Thousands of years ago, the gods told a lie. Persephone wasn't taken to hell. She jumped. There were no way she was going to be quietly married off to some smug god. Now she's taken matters into her own hands, with plans that will shake Mount Olympus to its very core, and falling in love with the underworld's rude and arrogant and incredibly annoying ruler Hades is absolutely not one of them, no matter how good he looks in the torchlight. Greek retelling, pink, fantasy, oh my god, it is just, I can't wait, I cannot wait for this. I just decided, I've got so many fantasies on my shelves, and I need to boost to pick these up. Now the next one, I'm going to be begging Danny from Danny's Book World to read with me, because I think, I got this last year. This is The Shadow Cabinet by Juna Dawson. Now I got this last year by the lovely Angela from Reading Off My Shelf, and I absolutely bloody loved Her Majesty's Royal Coven, and I did enjoy the prequel to this. But there was an ending, I cannot reveal it, but there was the ending of Her Majesty's Royal Coven literally left me shit scared to pick up this book. So I'm hoping Danny will read it with me, because I'm very scared. I was very scared by this. Bear in mind, I am a giant wimp. All is not as it seems within Her Majesty's Royal Coven. Neve Kelly is dead, and her troubled twin, Cara, is now masquerades as the benevolent witch, as Her Majesty's Royal Coven prepares to crown her High Priestess. On the other side of the continent, Leonie Jackman is in search of Hale, rumoured to be seeking a dark object of ultimate power, somehow connected to the upper echelons of British government. If the witches can't figure out Hale's I can't say that word, and fast, all of witch kind will be in grave danger, along with the fate of womankind. Paybacks of which, as Cara, Leonie, Elle, Theo and Holly are about to find out. I loved Her Majesty's Royal Coven. It was one of my favourite books, but yet the ending literally ripped me, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared to pick this up, but I'm going to pick it up. So I'm begging Danny to read this. This is the one that I will definitely tell you will not be read in June or July, because I've got in June, it'll be read in July or August, because I've got Buddy Read with Danny already planned. But really can't wait to read this, but I'm absolutely scared. Now the first historical fiction I'm showing you. I told you I'm not doing it in order today. Stars in the Italian Sky. Again, I don't travel physically because I don't have a passport, and Chris isn't a massive fan of travelling, so I travel within my books. This is set in Italy, I believe. It's historical fiction, dual timeline. So Italy, the first one is Italy in 1946. The son of the Count and daughter of the tailor belong to opposing worlds. When they set eyes on each other, the undeniable spark ignites a passionate relationship, until shifts in the political power force them to commit what the others believe is a betrayal, and the bright future together is shattered. Cassandra and Luca, and then in the present timeline, Cassandra and Luca are in love, although neither fits the other's family. They have always felt like the perfect match. When Luca, an artist, convinces his grandfather and Cassie's grandmother to pose for a painting, past and present collide to reveal a secret that will change everything. This does look really good. I'm really excited. Then to the next one, it's a book that's been on my shelf for a bit, and the lovely anonymous Amazon person sent it to me. I probably believe it's one of my subscribers, but whoever it is, thank you. And this is Homecoming by Kate Morton. I've read pretty much all of Kate Morton's books. In fact, I think I've read all of them. This to me looks a bit summery because it's got the yellow on the colour, it's got the flowers. It could have been read in spring, but hey ho, I put it in summer. But it's first set in, so this is partly set in Australia, which is a big thing for Kate Morton's books. So again, I'm travelling. I like this, I'm travelling. The first timeline is set in Adelaide Hills, 1959. At the end of the scorching hot day in the grounds of a ground country house, a local man makes a terrible discovery. Police are called, and the small town of Tempe becomes embroiled in one of the most baffling murder investigations in the history of South Australia. And we've got the present timeline, in London, 2018. Jess is a journalist waiting in search of a story. Having lived and worked in London for nearly 2 decades, a phone call from someone sent back to Sydney, where her beloved grandmother, Nora, has suffered a fall and is seriously in hospital. Guessing the two connect. At Nora's house, Jess discovers a true crime book, chronically, why can't I talk to him? A long-buried police case, the Turner family tragedy of 1959. And within its pages, she finds a shocking personal connection to the notorious event, a crime that never truly been solved. This is an epic story that spans generation. Homecoming asks, what would we do for those we love? How would we protect the lies we tell? And what it means to come home. Family Saga, Kate Morton. I know I'm going to love it, but it is massive. Although talking about that, my books for this month, for May, have been bloody massive. God forsake me. This is only 630 pages. But I'm going to read it. Looking forward to it. Then I think I've got another summer book. I told you can see the sort of colour themes on this, can't you? The Secret Beach by Veronica Henry. That was her latest book that came out last year. I bought it full price and yet I'm only reading it now. I need to stop doing that. And this is, she's got another one that's coming out in paperback this year, which I'll probably try and read a bit. But I feel like I'm now behind by books by a year because I don't like trying to read 2 books by the same author in the same season, if that makes sense. Am I not making any sense, am I? A Night She Will Forget. Nikki finally owns the local little coastguard cottage of her dreams, but it's a few steps away from the hidden beach that means so much to her. But when a handwritten note lands on her doorstep, she realises it's only a matter of time before the heartbreaking truth of her past is uncovered. 20 years ago, her whole world turned upside down when a terrible storm rolled into the small seaside town of Speedwell. And since that night, Nikki has been keeping a secret that one that she knows will have the potential to destroy the lives of those she loves. Veronica Henry, I know I'm going to love it. Pretty book. Definitely going to read it. I've got 3 hardbacks. But actually, sometimes the hardbacks are not as long as the other ones. First one is one that one of my lovely subscribers got me for Christmas. And this is Why Mummy Drinks on Holiday by Jill Sims. And you all know I love Jill Sims books. I will get them. I don't know when her next one is coming out. Please, Jill, let us know. This series, the Why Mummy series, is one of my favourite book series ever. I still have the note. Oh yeah, Lorraine sent it to me as a Christmas present. So I've still got her Amazon note. When family life gives you lemons, trade them for grapes. Mummy Ellen is on a well-earned sabbatical from work and has a vision. She's going to cherish every moment of the holiday with her precious moppets, Peter and Jane, alongside her ride-or-die best friend Hannah. There will be wicker baskets, vintage bicycle, pink sunshine wine, and not an electric babysitter in sight. As she strives for a picture of a perfect, ultimate family summer, the sun-kissed bliss of her not quite so chateau, reality crashes the party. With a small feral Helbies to keep alive on her daily, and Hannah suddenly and mysteriously MIA. Wine o'clock gets earlier and earlier each day. I can't wait to read this. I've got no idea. But look, it's another collector's edition. I've got these. These are so gorgeous. I don't know why. Thank you. I love it. It just looks gorgeous. I love these pretty editions. I've got a real thing. It's signed, but it's pretty editions just get me every time, and that is beautiful. So can't wait for that. And then to another kind of Greek thing, you know that I've got a thing about Greek retellings, and this is Atlanta by Jennifer Saint. Recently, sneaky peek to my May book haul, I got Hera. I've had this for a while because W. Charlie from Charles Heathcote gave it to me a couple of years ago even, I think. And it's Atlanta by Jennifer Saint. I have now read, because I had to wait until I'd read Electra, and so I've now read Ariadne, Electra. So I'm now going to read this before, and this is, Charlie got it for me. Again, I've got a thing about pretty hardbacks. I never thought I'd ever be like this with hardbacks, but look at that. The mesmerising story of the only female Argonaut, told by Jennifer Saint. So, when a daughter is born to the king of Arcadia, she brings only disappointment. Abandoned on the mountainside, the defenceless infant Atlanta is left to the mercy of her passing mother bear and raised alongside the cubs under the protective eye of the goddess Artemis. Swearing that she will prove her worth alongside famed heroes of Greece, Atlanta leaves her forest to join Jason's band of Argonauts. But can she carve out her own place in the legends when the world is made for men? It is pretty, but I just love these end pages. I've got a thing about pretty end pages. They're stunning. Jennifer Saint, I know I really enjoyed Electra and Ariadne, and oh my god, it's just so pretty. I can't wait to read it. And then last but not least, a book that was given to me by my sister Charlie, and this is Violetta by Isabella Allende. I have been hit and miss with this author. Some books of hers I've loved and some I haven't. So this is technically secondhand because Charlie gave it to me. But it is pretty. It's got, like I said, it's nice. It's very, it looks summery. Just looks a bit summery. By the way, Atlanta, I'm just going because it's got the like orangey themes. That's my excuse for why I want to read that. This one is set, Violetta Deville has come into the world on a stormy day in 1920, the first girl in the family of 5 boisterous sons. From the start, her life is marked by extraordinary events. The ripples of the Great War are still being felt, even as the Spanish flu arrives on the shores of her South American homeland, almost at the moment of her birth. Told in the form of letters to someone Violetta loves above all. This is a story of a 100-year life, a devastating heartbreak and passionate affairs, times of both poverty and wealth, terrible loss and immense joy. Bearing witness to the century of history, it's a life shaped by the fight for women's rights and the rise and fall of tyrants. I'm really looking forward to trying this. I hope I love it. I'm really excited too. But yeah, that's it. That's all the books. Obviously, if you got to the end of this video, leave me any emoji that you would connect with summer. Don't necessarily have to be a sun. In fact, not the sun, because I keep putting the sun emojis. But any emoji you think of that makes you think of summer if you got to the end of this. What are you reading? Do you read seasonally? Have you got any books planned for the summer? Let me know in the comments down below. I love chatting to you all in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribe yet, bring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.